नमः सदसे नमः सभा सरस्वत्यै नमः आचार्येभ्यः नमो नमः. Welcome to the students. This is a very wonderful occasion where we have our Ramachandra Bhatt sir, and please listen to his introduction carefully. I was very surprised and I was very happy to read about him and know about him as well. So this is a lucky chance I got to introduce him. And he is like a very highly qualified person, international scholar, and apart from Sanskritam, D.Lit, and all these qualifications, he also has grip over English, economics and history, the other subjects, and he is Vidwan in the Vedanta and the Nyaya Darshanas. He is multi-talented person and he has experience as chairman, and he is member of Insurance Trust. He is ex-vice chancellor of S-VYASA. He played different roles. I am just reading out. So Veda Vijnana Shodha Samsthana Trust Bengaluru, he is the chairman for that, and he is ex-vice chancellor for, he worked as vice chancellor for S-VYASA University for 6 years. Then he is member of Janaseva Trust, then member of Doctoral Committee of Tumkur University, member of General Body. See, one person handling so many things. All India Gurukula Yojana Pramukh, Bharatiya Shikshana Mandalam, Karnataka. And then he is member of Knowledge Commission, Karnataka government. He is also connected with the government activities. He served as professor of Advaita Vedanta in the Pedha Dakshinamurti Sanskrit College. He served as principal as well, and he served as visiting professor to the Canara Interdisciplinary Research Center, Mangalore University. And then he worked for 21 years as Sanskrit teacher at Janaseva Vidya Kendra. He is director of Veda Vijnana Shodha Samstha Trust Bengaluru for 7 years, visiting resource person at the Maitreyi Gurukulam. So many roles to play, and his subjects of specialization, I was like even startled to read this. He's in Vedanta Shastra, he has his grip, Mimamsa, Prachina Nyaya, Yoga Shastra, modern science. See, a very good sammelan of Shastras and the modernity, modern science also he has great grip over. Then teaching methodology also he is very equipped with. Then he is also astrophysics from the Vedic science with special reference to Shukla Yajurveda. So Vedas and sciences is a very good authority on that because of this. And he studied under many able gurus. Okay, so it's Bailakeri Parameshwara Bhatt Vidwan from Gokarna, Vidwan Shuka Shastri from Yellapura, then Jyotisha he studied under Sadashiva Shastri ji and from Kotemane, and Kotemane is his village. I recognize his name with that, though it doesn't reflect in his name, but he is from Kotemane village. And then he is like Veda Prayoga study he did from Gajanana Pandita, and so many gurus he studied with. Vedanta he studied under Sri Ramachandra Somayaji. So lot of Vedic Pandits and very great gurus he learned under. Then he has qualified so many texts, okay, so Advaita Siddhi, Prashnatraya Bhashya, Vyutpatti Vada, these are all very great texts from the Shastras, which you will get, if you will get a chance to study, you will know how difficult they are to get a grip upon. And number of students, I was very startled with this. There are 1,000 and more students that he guided, and in the school level, and in traditional way more than 150. You know how traditional learning happens through Gurukula system and all. 150 is not a small number. And he has so many books under his name. Some of them are Dam of Prakriti, both in Sanskrit and Kannada languages, and he uses, like when he speaks, I have seen that he uses lot of Kannada idioms, and he gives lot of like native expressions that shows his grip on the not only Vedic sciences and Shastras, but also on the language. So that is like a flowery language that he uses can be like seen in his books as well. Right, then a lot of like books he wrote on this, like mental health, yoga and mental health. So around yoga shastras and that he worked a lot. Then Manaha Pushpa Manopavaha, that book he wrote, and Veda based ecology, Veda Vijnana Pramanyam in Samskrita also he wrote, psychosynthesis of Bhagavad Gita in English also he wrote. So all the subjects, all the languages known has one book at least for his credit. So number of students, research research scholars who received PhD under him are more than 12 students until now they are. So he got lot of honors also, recognition and honors already received are Bhavabhuti Puraskara by Madhya Pradesh government, Swami Gangeshwaranandi award, Nandiji award from Samshodhana Sirisi, and Acharya Pravara by Swarna Valli Brahmavidya Samsthanam Sirisi, and Guru Gaurava Prashasti by Jnana Prabodhini. Then Dirghakala Samskrita Seva Puraskara by Vishwa Samskrita. Really, if we want to give each award for each work, I think his whole resume will be like filled with award names. So many awards he has. Shastra Vidvat Samman by Varanasi, BHU Varanasi, and other awards also are under his like name. So we are very grateful for like having even to see him, have him around us. And then special contribution towards popularization of language. So he's a Sanskrit teacher as well. So what connects with me commonly with Acharya ji is his being a Sanskrit teacher, and he has worked in the language as well. Organized Samskriti campus all over Karnataka, camps all over Karnataka. He taught Sanskrit around the world, and he took theory classes from major Upanishads, Upanishadic teaching methodology, yoga psychology, Bhagavad Gita, Bhashyam, Brahma Sutram. See, teaching Bhagavad Gita is one thing, and teaching it through Bhashyam, like traditional Bhashyam, is another thing. So because of his like Shastric background and Samskrita grip, he can do it with ease. Patanjali Yoga Darshana, Sankhya Sutra, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Veda based ecology, Mimamsa, and English literature as well. So see the Sammelanam, how many like areas Acharyaji has touched. Then experimenting Yajna therapy through Gurukula system, and then he worked with our Guruji and other people around in some workshops and seminars and all these things. He worked along with our university people, and then he is Sanskrit research guide at Tumkuru University as well. He conducted workshops on various subjects like Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, Brahma Sutras, Patanjali Yoga Sutra, yoga psychology, etc. And we also see that he has international recognition. He went to like Dublin, Ireland to give a satsanga on S-VYASA Upanishads. Then there is a new revelation of Vedic hymns at Maharshi Devavrata at University at Texas University by Maharshi Devavrata. So he spoke on that subject at Texas University, Austin, USA in 2007. And when Brahmarshi Award was conferred by Sandipani Ashrama, he received award from the hands of Bhai Shri Ojaji. And then he also has 16th Assam Yoga Mahotsav held in Guwahati. In that he had Jagadish Mukhiji presenting him an award. So with all these achievements, we have a wonderful person speaking. I request you personally, everybody here, take notes from Acharyaji's each word, whatever you have to learn, keenly listen to him. We are all blessed to have him here. Thank you, Acharyaji, for blessing us.
Now we request Acharyaji to kindly deliver the Purvamimamsa Karmakanda for Health and Well-being lecture on this topic.
Yenna dukkhena sambhinnam najagrastamanantaram abhilashopanitancha tatsukham swappadaspadam. We are all here to enrich our knowledge about our ancient science. In the ancient time, there was no place for fractional thinking, no segmentations. Every branch of knowledge is totally integrated. All philosophy, science, technology, they were not kept in any cold storages, different cold storages. They were all integrated. Now our understanding is very much limited. Whatever is integrated, it is difficult for us to understand. So we go for divisions, segregations. हमको विभाग करके करके डिवीजन करके करके बोलना पड़ता है, नहीं तो समझ में नहीं आता. Difficult to understand. So that just for convenience of understanding, we have different nomenclatures, different branches of knowledge, like this. So, in this age, we are in need of many such new methodologies, new systems with the help of missions. So with the help of mission we were going for PPT. PPT became very great fashion in the recent past, but that became outdated now. Now it is, our movement is so fast, whatever new things you invent, that becomes obsolete as time passes. So every day the rising sun brings new inventions, new technology, new high technology. So ultimately we have to establish the supremacy of our Uttamanga, head region, human brain, to which we cannot find out any analogy or any comparison, any simile, this, that, any metaphor, any hyperbole or something, any figure of speech. That is how Bhagavan created human brain. But that power we lost as time passed. So when that power started diminishing, S-VYASA gave an order to a villager, Ganapati, Gananam Patihi, Gramanam Patihi, to invent letters. Before that, using letter was strictly prohibited. It was considered as a sin. In the Vedic mall. See now, but it is that time, gone are those days now. Now we are very proud of having PPT. But PPT also now it is so pitiable that AI came and occupied the whole PPT areas now. So when next time when you call me, I come with AI. Using AI. But I don't want that. Because now only that struggle started, struggle between artificial intelligence and natural intelligence. We are not for artificial intelligence. We are the real persons to advocate the supremacy of what? Of what? Natural intelligence. What is that natural intelligence? That is the intelligence of Jaimini. That is the intelligence of Vyasa. That is the intelligence of Saptarishis. Kashyapaha, Atrihi, Bharadwajaha, Vishwamitra, Gautamaha, Jamadagni, Vasishtaha. Their brain it is. Their brain. So what was that? So now we lost that brain. During Mahabharata time only Vyasa says, people are arthakama paraha. He was shouting, he was weeping. Great Vyasa. Urdhvabahu viraumyeshaha najakashchit shrunoti me. Raising my hand, I am telling, I am warning our people. That is how he starts. Urdhvahu viraumesha na chakaschit shrunoti me dharmadharthascha kamascha sakhimartham na sevyate. Why you are just keeping aside both dharma and moksha and taking only artha kama and dancing with those two so that you lost your brain power, you lost your sensory power, you lost your limbs, you lost your organs. So this man of Kali Yuga is so weak and weak. Everywhere he wants yantra, yantra, because he lost mantra, so that as he lost his mantra, yantra came and occupied and he engulfed and captured our attention, and we became slaves of yantra. I was just laughing, even in Gurukulas, by Gayatri Japa, by Nityanusthana, by this type of yagas, we were enriching our brain power. In my own family, we were like that. Just now Gokarna is mentioned. I am familiar with hundreds of such families where those great scholars had that type of power of great rishis, Atri, Vasishtha. I could see that such people like Maharshi Devarata, my own gurus, here our madam, she mentioned those people. I was in there, at their feet. They were all of that type of caliber. I am just I have experienced that presence of such great gurus. Most unfortunate thing now. AI coming and capturing, and next, after some days, what will be the fate of the whole world? There will be artificial man of Manava. I have seen his dance. Twice I visited such centers. First of all, I was there in such center with our great mother here, great Tapaswini, Dr. Nagaratnaji. We spent whole day. There only we came to know what will be the dominance of that artificial man. Who is that man? Man or woman? Both they are now. What is that? AI, artificial intelligence. Horrible now. But yogis can win over. They have to do that one. We have to establish our supremacy. We must not allow to lose that brain power of great rishis. We have to gain. For that it is Purumimamsa. Now we are just connecting with diseases. Yes, that is also another problem. Because we have somatic problems. What is so many words are there. Adhi vyadhi roga vyadhi adhi. Vyadhitaha adhi, adhitaha vyadhi. All are there. So weak and meek we are now, the people of this that too after 18th century of this so-called industrialization. What happened? What happened? Great poet, one who studied Upanishad, he is from London. He only composed a poetry, T.S. Eliot. He studied Upanishads. He wrote two important poetries. One is Hello Man, another one is Land. Wasteland. We are disturbed men, we are leaning together, headpieces filled with straw. Headpieces filled with straw. That is how he described we people, you all. So who is this man of this time, this 19th century man and 20th century man? He is told, this land is wasteland. This is the wasteland, this is the cactus land. That is how he described this land. So using this land and cultivating and taking fruits, flowers and roots and everything, eating such important food, sararahita bhojanam, man becoming what? He became hollow man. We are the hellman, we are the stuffed man, leaning together, headpieces filled with straw. These are quotes from T.S. Eliot. What is our fate? But we are so egoistic. Oh, we know. We use yantra. As you use more and more yantra, your mantra will be lost. That is what happened. We have no moral right to even quote all great rishis. How he was, Jaimini, how he was. Jaimini, he told, Sasvargasyat sarvan pratyavishishtatvat. A quote from Jaimini Sutra is this. Manushya must be like that, he told. He must be sukhi. That is his definition. But how can he become sukhi, happy man, joyful man? How to become like that? If we are free from diseases, we will be joyful. Joyful. So that why? Then what we have to do? For that, we must have regular life. Get up early in the morning at Brahma Muhurta. That is the first yajna. That is called Brahma Yajna. Brahma Yajna. If you do that Brahma Yajna, then you will be authorized to do many various kinds of yajnas here under this what? Pyramid. When we don't purify our own body with Suprabhata, awakening, and by practicing Suprabhata, Sandhyavandanam, and Suprabhata, Agnikarya before the sun rises, we are not at all authorized to do any yajna. We cannot purify. If we do that one, we need not do anything. Because we don't get up early in the morning and don't get exposed to that sunrise and that flow of oxygen comes to the surface of the earth. When we don't have that exposure, and during that great karsha coming from the sky to earth level and take that oxygen, Surya, Chandra, Vishwa, Rashmi, cosmological, cosmic rays, they come during that Brahma Muhurta, there we have to take inhale. That is the real homa, that is the real snana. Real bath, bathing is that one. Without conducting that bathing, during Brahma Muhurta, whatever the bathing with all these artificial chemical and this, that, various kinds of chemicals, we go for this one. This is Annamaya. Annamaya based snanam. No. Before that one, there must be Manomaya snanam. What is that? Getting up early in the morning at Brahma Muhurta, sitting like this with Padmasana, Kaya Shiro Grivam, Samam, Dharayan Achalam Sthiraha Samprekshana Sigagnam, Dishascha Anavalokaya. That posture you sit, natural pranamaya snana and manomaya snana takes place. That even that concept of pranamaya, manomaya snana we don't have. Only annamaya kosha. Annamaya kosha oriented people we are. So now going to, with this weakness, this so-called so meek and weak man of this Kali Yuga and 21st century man, moving to this AI with so much glamour, with so much devil dance. Oh, we are making this, that, and we are marching ahead. Where you are marching ahead? Marching ahead with what? AI, robots. So now recently robots were structured by Chinese scientists. They do everything. Everything means everything. They surpass us in all capacities. Not only at Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, all these they internalized, experimented. So China made AI comes, robot comes, he does everything. If you want coffee, coffee is ready. Everything he does. that man. What will be the future of mankind after 5 years? Not after 5, 1 year, now only. That is why we must go for maintaining supremacy of human brain which is compared to great Brahmasthana by Srimad Bhagavatam. This is compared to Brahmasthana. That means every day during Sandhyavanam we do that Bhu Bhuvasva Mahajana Tapa Satyam. This is Brahmasthana. This Brahmasthana, if we lose its power and depend upon AI, next time here only we sit and we use AI. Now already we got that AI in our city center. So that is why I am just joking. Even this one became obsolete, I don't use. I use as much as possible, as long as possible, my Rishi mind, which is the most important gift to me because of my family tradition, because of my Guru Parampara. Guru Parampara it is. My Gurus were like that. Just while mentioning them, I become thrilled. Such great Rishis I have seen in my life with such power, brain power, that Brahmasthana power. This is to be understood. So, according to Mimamsa, every man is authorized and he got rights to lead a happy life. According to Jaimini, Swarga is the supreme. Every man must prepare for Swarga, but it is not Swarga of America. It is Swarga of Rishi Parampara. What is the Swarga? Yanna dukkhena sambhinnam najagrastamanantaram abhilashopanītanca tat sukham swappadaspadam. That is that type of joy where no even a touch of sorrow, a touch of melancholy, a touch of depression, a touch of despair, a touch of disgust. All series of D. No touch. That type of happiness, joyful condition. So, that sukha is the main purpose of human journey. Human journey. For that, what we have to do? Today's subject we have to take. It must be, first of all, we have to make our pancha kosha free from, not pancha kosha, 4 kosha. Actually, last one is not at all a kosha, sheath. It is an infinite thing, something. It is like that. Spiral one, it is like this. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, like this. Anandamaya, no limits. It is not khanditam, vurtam. It is akhandam. That means when you take spiral rounds, it goes like that. Ultimately, you will be one with what? Infinite. That is the real beauty of human journey. So, Anandamaya Kosh has no limitation, it has no sheath, nothing to separate. It will be infinite. Akhanda Mandala Akaram. That is Akhanda Mandala. This is Akhanda Mandala. This is Khanda Mandala. No, Khanda Mandala is not there. It is Akhanda Mandala. So that ever expanding, ever moving, ultimately one with Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamuchyate. No limitations, no segregations, no fractions, nothing. Akhanda Mandalakaram. That type of sukha is the real sukha. For that what we have to do? Our instrument must be pure. Instrument must be pure. For instrument, to make our instrument pure, God given wonderful Devalaya temple, only way is to go for yoga and yaga. Yoga and yaga. Yoga for purification of this Pindanda and yaga for Brahmanda. These are the two important, wonderful gifts our rishis gave to us. That is why this, what is this hall? Guruji just now he told, why this Varahamihira research means this one. First of all, we must know the concept of this Akhanda Mandala Akara. When we think about this Varahamihira, Varahamihira is not limited to any Jyotishya Vijnana. Varahamihira is two important magnum opus. That is, one thing is, it is Brihad Samhita and Brihad Jatakam. So that in order to maintain such purity at both Pindanda and Brahmanda level, we must go to these two. These two only panacea. No other way. Giving up these two, we are going for so many other artificial things. As long as the sun and the moon will be rising, these yoga and yaga you cannot ignore. All this, see, Newton invented something, people rushed behind that. Einstein gave another scientific theory, E is equal to mc square, and he gave electronics this new, and using that one you started. Bulb and so many things came. When Newton invented something, some secret, he made it out, made it public. And after this one again, and many shishyas of Einstein, they brought this electronic world now. And devil dance of electronic world is going on. I am also using this one. These are all gadgets. But as more and more we dependent of all these outer instruments, our inner instrument become rusted, become impotent. Horrible it is. Its consequence will be very horrible. So here afterwards our children, every time, even 2 plus 2, they were dependent of these gadgets. Here afterwards, even for 2 plus 2 also, they have to go for artificial intelligence. They have to depend upon. So that more and more we becoming slaves of this so-called modern high-tech, our human content diminishing and diminishing, losing we are. So, now go back to yoga and yaga. Yoga and yaga. Yoga, you know many things. But first of all, the first practice is getting up early in the morning, before 5 o'clock, during that the most holiest muhurta, Brahma muhurta, sit like this, go for mudra, chin mudra, sit in Padmasana, sit erect. Start meditation, Gayatri Japa during that time. That is the best practice of yoga. That will be followed by Yogasana and 5 pranayama, pancha pranayama. And with special thing is to go to Brahmari pranayama, so that we can activate our upper chamber, supercomputer, So that our Shraddha, Medha, Prajna, Pratibha, Dhriti, Dhi, all these components get activated so that you become Superman. That is the real mechanism, not depending upon AI. You have that wonderful capacity inbuilt in your own brain. But because of malpractices in food taking, malpractices in breath taking, malpractices in waking up, in all areas, in all yoga, ahara, vihara, vyavahara, bhavana, chintana, in all these areas, which are the main components of human brain, that we are not activating because we don't know how to activate it. Because our breathing, food, sleep, waking up, every activity, Pashyan, Shrunvan, Sprishan, Jigran, Ashran, Gachan, Shwasan, Sprishan, Pralapan, Visajan, Grinnan, Unmishan, Nimishan, in every activity. Intellectual activity, psychological activity, vital activity, physical activity, everything imbalanced, because we want comforts. No balance in our breathing, no balance in our food taking. What type of life, imbalanced life we are leading? Animals are good, better, because by their natural law, they are guided. So that, guided by natural law, they prefer proper food. If it is unwanted, they never eat. They choose what plants, what medicine, what root, what fruits to be taken. According to that, they do. Even Gadha, they do. Gadha knows. Donkeys knows, monkeys know, horses know, elephant is very clever, very brilliant while choosing that its food and everything. We are worse than animals. Please understand. Because all this food taking, breath taking, all these vyavaharas are too much polluted. That is why we are victims to many diseases. That is the illness that is subject today. First of all, we have to make our jivana yatra yajnamaya yatra. That starts with Brahma Muhurta Prataruthana. Without that, what yajna you can do, what yoga you can practice, never possible. My friends, please understand. Yoga Yaga too. Not AI, not electronics, nothing, everything experimental. Now we created this type of world. Oh, hollow man, stuffed man, leaning together, headpieces filled with straw. What is the straw? So-called information printed in many books. So reading many books, that was not a great thing. Cultivating that activity so that brain power regains all those powers, Shraddha, Medha, Prajna, Pratibha, Dhriti, Dhi. This. Activating our instruments, not just depending upon outer instruments, more and more publishing, more and more going for computerization, depending upon outer things, instead of activating that wonderful instrument given by great Paramatman to us, we depend upon that one, outer. No, it is not permitted in yoga and consciousness. Here we have to activate our brain, our inner power. Inner power means brain power. What is that? Shraddha, devotion, Medha, memory, Prajna, understanding, Pratibha, creativity, and more than that, Dhriti. What is Dhriti? Dhritya yaya dharayate manah prana indriya kriyaha yogena avyabhicharinya dhritissa partha satviki. Krishna told, what is Dhriti? Yoga jivanam. Adopting yoga jivana, purifying all our organs, munda and pinda. This is munda and runda. And all 5 chakras, We must know Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Ajna Chakra, and Sahasrara Padma. 1,000 lotus, 1,000 petals. That is how we have to activate by yoga abhyasa. Then you gain all powers. You need not go for any AI or PowerPoints. You yourself become center of PowerPoints. So that all, whatever is there, it must come spontaneously. As words were told, spontaneous overflow of powerful thoughts, recollected in tranquility. That is the result, impact of tapas. That type of man we wanted to create through this type of research. That is the real purpose of advanced Vedic research, not just to publishing some, that I regard, respect those things. Oh, this much, 1,000 papers published in international standard and everything. But all those in and out, I know, aware of that. But real lab is here. In this lab we have to experiment. There we have to evaluate impact of all these practices, divine practices, yoga practices, yaga practices. For this purpose, we took that type of names of great rishis, names of Varahamihira. Then it is yaga, yajnanusthana. Yajnanusthana, experimentation, got wonderful history. With that very important salient point I wanted to share. That journey started when a great rishi means it is that parampara of Ramana Maharshi and his Shishya Vasishtha Ganapati Muni and his Shishya Maharshi Devarata from Gokarna. I belong to that tradition, that lineage. My Guru, Samba Dikshita, he was the ardent disciple of great Maharshi Devarata. I served Devarata, Maharshi Devarata, in my own village. I served him. I knew his great Rishi was evident in his personality. That type of man I could see, and I was with him and I served him. With that much evidence based, that is my evidence. Not only evidence based something in some lab, artificial lab. That is human, lively. That lab I have seen. So, Maharshi Devarata, with his disciple Mahesh Yogi, great Mahesh Yogi, one who was so great, he could invent new technology for meditation that is called TM, Transcendental Meditation. He was blessed by Maharshi Devarata. Maharshi Devarata and Mahesh Yogi ji, they traveled that big center, scientific research center and high-tech center, America. And Mahesh Yogi was so highly respected there. The technology was so beneficial for all learning students. Learning activity was activized in all universities of America. Mahesh Yogi's transcendental meditation was introduced. For that, American university gave a special flight for him for traveling through America. And he taught that one, and it has revolutionized the whole learning system of America once upon a time. It was guided by Maharshi Devarata. Later on, after this much experimentation, they took yajna part. First they took Rigveda recitation and its impact in this type of big hall. Before that chanting took place, it was experimented, gadgets were used, it was full of so many emissions, many type of radiation, pollution, contaminations. After Ganapatis and after this, the great Ganapatis chanted continuously for 2 hours, again it was evaluated, measured, the whole area, big hall, free from contamination, radiation, pollution. That was the first thing. It became evidence-based. This took place in German, in Holland, Netherlands, everywhere they have done this type of great sabhas, Veda sabhas. And I participated in one of such sabhas. It was conducted in Tamil Sangam near Alsur Kere, Bangalore. Big hall. Both were sitting, Devarat, Maharshi Devarata and Mahesh Yogi. That conference was named after this, was Vedas and Science. It took place in 1975. That is how I got all these things, evidence-based, so that I have a fraction of doubt about this type of scientific evidences and scientific research that so far took place. So that is how it is followed step by step. Thereafterward, great sadhaka in the Himalayas, that is founder of Gayatri Parivar, Ram Sharma. There also I participated. Now his own successor, Pranava Pandya, who was the chancellor of this university for 10 years. There was also, it is so, because during that time also great scientists were there. And very important things to be mentioned here. Alex Hankey, one who was the dean of our yoga and life science, physical science. He was here for more than 2 decades or 1 decade. I was moving with him. He was with Maharshi Devarata and Mahesh Yogi when all these experiments took place in Holland. And he contributed. And guided by him, Dr. Ramesh Rao, these two, they also have enriched that part here. While thinking and while sharing these things, I have to remember those two people here. And all these are evidence-based. I don't know how much it is recorded, and there may be some problems due to some mechanical errors. But I have that of great fortune to see and take part and experience. More than all these things, experience is important in our tradition. Lab, okay, wonderful. But our main pramanam is Shruti, Yukti, Anubhava. For this yajna, evidence-based system, whatever we are going for, advanced technology here, it is not only technology, it is based on experience. That experience is supported by logical understanding, and that is guided by Shruti. That is how Shruti, Yukti, Anubhuti, these three are helping us to know its importance. We are in that type of golden age, supported by the whole team in Prashanti here. Today we are most fortunate to participate in this type of sabha. With this much preparation, we are presenting this. Nothing superficial or something, what is that called, so-called Andha Parampara. Nothing like that. With all proofs, we are here. So day will come, using our own natural brain, we go for more and more research and make it published in so many internationally famous journals. For that, great guides like Guruji and our young scholar, highly inspiring, our Jayaraman, one who studied in Kurukula, both ancient roots and modern forms he is aware of. So this much preparation we are marching, we are launching this particular thought process. We have to be very careful about this so-called scientific advancement. Don't become slaves of all these gadgets. Don't become slaves and dependent of AI and etc. etc. Come now. It comes to your door. After this so-called industrialization took place, we are losing our powers. That sentence is the guiding thing for us. It is the same great poet from London. In his poetry that is Wasteland, he quoted Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Damyata, Datta, Dayadhvam. This quotation he referred to in his Wasteland poetry composed by him, for which he got a Nobel Prize. So that we must not be slaves to this type of science, so-called science and technology and all these things. Let us make use of this, no doubt. But our strength is our brain, human brain. That is to be cultivated. For that only two means, Yaga and Yoga. Only this much I wanted to share with you. Sarvatha asmabhihi jnanamarge gantavyam, vijnanamarge gantavyam, prajnanamarge gantavyam, sujnanamarge gantavyam, ajnanamarge gantavyam, samjnanamarge gantavyam. Ataha vijnanam yajnam tanute, karmani tanute epicha, vijnanam devas sarve, brahma jyeshtham upasate. That vijnana we want. Tash vijnanasya avalambanena vayam, shodhamarge agre gacchamaha, shodhat puram bodha apekshitaha, gurumukhat adhyanam karaniyam, gurupadayoho upavishya shastradhyanam karaniyam, vedadhyanam karaniyam, tat sarvam kriyamanam asti atra. Bhavatas sarvan drishtva, sarvaha etaha bhaginihi drishtva ananditosmi etavantaha etavatyaha, अत्र उपविष्टाः एतादृश कार्य आगार्य सुज्ञानं प्राप्तुम् इति आनन्दावहम् इदं परमात्मा प्रसीदतु इति सम्प्रार्थ्य विरमामि. ओम स्वस्ति. Yes. Just mic.
Is there another mic?
Yes, you can start.
So anybody can start any question, any faculty member, students, anyone?
Don't hesitate. Be free and frank.
Come.
Yes. Immensely happy if you start questioning and hitting us by sharpest arrows of very highly creative questions. Yes, please.
Just ask in the mic.
How do one know he is realized or not?
He is realized or not?
He can only know. You cannot know. Okay? Yes. For realization, the realizer, one who realizes, he can only know that he is realized. But by observing their talk, their thinking, their behavior also we can understand. But for that, so much proximity is needed, nearness is needed. For long time, we must be in their company. Understood? Then only we can know. But sometimes such great masters will be very peculiar in their approach. Not so easy to be in their company. But we can now know if you study their books, for example, very great master, one who realized Yoga Marga, Paramahamsa Yogananda, and he wrote that great book. What is that book? Yogi's Biography of Yogi. If you study that book, you can understand how do those realized souls behave. Like that, many such books are there. If you study the books written by a great master, Swami Shivananda Saraswati of Divine Life Society, and his disciple, we can understand. That is the only means for that end. Okay? Next question. But realization is very, very important. Even not only in the divine areas, on the divine path, in our own Vyavaharika world, in our study also realization is important. As long as your knowledge is just like a floating oil drop in water, your knowledge is not your property. Is it not? Just if you prepare for examination and just write something for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours and forget everything and go to cinema, so that the whole thing, whatever you printed, imprinted, that you gets erased. What it is? So realization, even for academic excellence and research also, realization is important. You must have that Advaita Bhava with your subject domain. Subject domain is there, you are here, books are here, and laptop is there. With these type of things, if you read and write some pages, hatch-patch, prepare, read 10 books and something, 11th, 12th volumes goes on. You go on printing and printing, the same thing will be repeated. No actualization, no realization, no internalization. That is why these three things go hand in hand. Internalization, actualization, then realization. Realization is the ultimate one. For that, we must be properly guided by great guides like Satyananda Saraswati, Shivananda Saraswati. They are not here now, but their books are there, we have to study. Thank you. Wonderful question. Very fine. Thank you. We are, really speaking, we are inborn supercomputers. Inborn. Nothing externally imposed. Nothing externally received. That is how God has created human body. Irrespective of their gender, God has not made any distinction, please understand. Difference will be only at Annamaya Kosha. From Pranamaya Kosha, both male and female are one and the same. If you go to Vijnanamaya Kosha, our sisters and mothers are more benefited, according to Sri Krishna. He told, Kirtihi, Shrihi, Vakchanarinam, Smritihi, Medha, Dhritihi, Kshama. Dhriti is there. This is the highest quality to go for Yoga Jivana. That Dhriti is a special gift for our sisters and mothers. Because they have to practice motherhood. That is the greatest and best practice of our sisters and mothers. That is why God has given more values to them. More values at Vijnanamaya Kosha. These things many people don't express, but you have to understand. With all authenticity I am talking, presenting this thought. Kirti Shrir Vakcha Narinam Smritir Medha Dhriti Kshama. That is how Krishna told in his Vibhuti Yoga, 10th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So that it is what, while creating human body, male or female, God has taken that much care that his body must be a great temple, like sanctum sanctorium. Are you not going to clap? Then what to do? Again for that one we need not go for any artificial thing. First of all, our parents must take care of that one. It starts from them. They must follow some discipline. That is why nowadays in many organizations we are conducting Navadampati Shibira. For anybody, any male or female, when they want to become fathers and mothers, they must be properly trained according to Jyotirvijnan and Ayurvijnan. Naturally, their progeny will be so sanctified and pure with that much discipline. When mother gives a birth to a child, that very child by birth is real replica of what? Great Paramatman, epitome of all divine qualities. Yes, that is how human body comes to this earth with that much wealth, that much divine qualities. But thing is, as we grow, all those divine qualities will be shrouded and shrouded because of malparenting and malparenting. Because mothers and fathers are not properly trained to take care of their children and nourish their children. This is the real Katu Satyam. If they know, any mother if knows how to nourish her own child, certainly all those divine qualities inborn, they will be kept intact, and for that we have to go for that kindergarten level education, Shishu Shiksha, Kumara Shiksha, Balaka Shiksha and Yuvaka Shiksha. That is how that whole process must go, one after one. Why education? It is just to remove all those hurdles. That is why Vivekananda told, manifestation of perfection already in man. It is there, perfection is there in his personality. Purnatva is there, but that is hidden. It is to be unfolded. For that, Yoga Shikshana. Without Yoga Shikshana, only teaching mathematics, only teaching communication, teaching this, that. What is this? No. He is all instrument. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya and Vijnanamaya. All those instruments, mainly 5 instruments: head region, mouth, our lungs, our stomach, our heart, all these important parts of our body, it must be kept intact, and proper nurturing, culturing must be there. Then every person, every male and female, every sister and brother, they become great Vivekanandas. This secret is not discussed nowadays. So that, very good question. Why this question is good? Because it is not to bring something externally, not to impose something by force. It is only unfoldment of all these divine qualities which are there already, given by God to every, irrespective of male and female, irrespective of their caste and creed. That is why many great people are, they are not from very great such families, from ordinary families. Even our Vanavasi Bandhus, all from them great people took birth. I can give many names. So I know many students in Gurukulas, in their family, Veda and Shastras are not there more than decades, more than many millenniums. But such young boy and girl studies Vedas and start chanting the Vedas, as great Ganapatis chant like that, they can chant. That means, so great Ranganathananda Swamiji once told, you scratch a young man, the same Rishi blood is flowing in him. That is already it is there, that is to be kept intact. For that yoga and yaga, no other things, no other medicines. They destroy all your qualities and all your properties. That is why yoga and yaga are the real panacea, pariharupaya.
I wholeheartedly thank our Acharya ji for giving us so much knowledge and encouraging the students and the staff members to do research in the Vedic therapy and for delivering the lecture. And once again we thank the Indian Council of Philosophical Research for assisting us with finance for organizing such a wonderful lecture series. Thank you. Now we would end this session with Shanti Mantra. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.